Welcome. This review is brought to you by the letters TSR, the Thrift Store Rundown, and by the number 5, which is how many years we've been bringing Hollywood home on a budget for young and young at heart. Entering our 6th year, if one of your New Year's resolutions was to finally answer that age-old question, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Boy, do we have another fun answer for you. While the one definitive answer might be enough to shatter a child's perception of that wonderland permanently, and anyone who does that is a total lightweight in my opinion, we can and we will come up with fun solutions and timely answers that go beyond the telly. One of them being Sesame Street Magazine. What is Sesame Street Magazine? This and this is Sesame Street Magazine.
If your children like Sesame Street, they'll really love Sesame Street Magazine. Created for kids 2 to 6, it's just as much fun and educational as the TV show. There are stories to read, pages to cut and color, and posters to collect. And with every issue, you'll also receive Sesame Street Parents. Order 10 issues of Sesame Street Magazine and get 10 issues of Sesame Street Parents at no extra cost, all for less than $1 each.
Call now, 800-441-2400. That's 800-441-2400.
And now on to Sesame Street Parents. Why? Because you parents need a place of your own to sit around and gab about the trials and tribulations and triumphs of parenting. Without a doubt, it is one of the most difficult, yet important roles anyone can take on. Sesame Street, no matter how old it is, 50 years for the show, 25, 26 years for this particular issue, has all the expert advice and friendly conversation you need to become a shining star to your own children, and maybe other children beyond yours, if you're a step parent. Being that we are Hollywood-oriented, always have been, always will be, we start this review off with a preview of Season 28 of Sesame Street, Big Issues for Little Kids. This season, which began airing November 18th of 1996, introduces theme weeks such as Health and Safety Week. This also tackles hospital visits and adoption, more specifically, the adoption of baby Miles. That was done in 1986, so this is a 10-year follow-up to what's happened since Miles was adopted. This also has a field trip to the Museum of Modern Art, and visits from some real stars in the neighborhood. The people in this neighborhood: Academy Award-winning singer-songwriter Melissa Etheridge and Seinfeld star Jason Alexander. There is a whole lot of learning on Sesame Street this season, but the show works best when you watch for your child. So check out the new happenings on the street. We guarantee a great time for everyone. This article is by PJ Jans, the Sesame Street Beat. This season also concludes the 3-year literacy campaign developed by the Children's Television Workshop, now Sesame's Workshop. Unlike Sesame Street Magazine for kids, this is much more advertiser-oriented, but no less educational and informational. Pretty much the equivalent of EI programming that we see on TV, but in magazine form. As far as the advertising for Sesame Street Magazine for kids goes, well, they come in the form of these order forms, this one on a larger scale, and ones on smaller scales that are spread throughout, only a couple of them really, that you would mail to Boulder, Colorado, so that you could keep the fun and the education going. Sesame Street for pre-readers ages 2 to 5. Kid City for young readers, which features mysteries from the other Sesame Street program, Ghost Rider, which was rebooted by Apple TV, ages 6 to 8. With a shout out to Wishbone, TV's new hot dog. I got a Wishbone game that you'll definitely want to check out by clicking the link in the description. We also have 321 Contact for new teens, again, based upon another Sesame Street production, 321 Contact. That was for ages 9 to 13. The best gift for each child on your holiday list will never depend on his or her age and attention span. So, whatever your child would prefer, you would mail this form to Boulder, Colorado. Write all your info here, and you would have a fantastic holiday gift for young and old. As far as this issue's Sesame Street parents goes, this also has an article on how to widen the span of your connection with friends. Fellow parents just like you, how to make new friends. We also have here awareness on whether or not your child has a learning disability, a feature on families all bonded by adoption, how to express anger without actually harming your child, how to help your child navigate transitions from age to age, even a child's freedom of rights bill for the holiday season. Yes, both of these issues might be a quarter of a century old, and maybe a little bit beyond that, but considering that they are both blasts from the past, yet still timely bouts of fun and education for you and your kids, I'd say they're pretty timeless. And therefore, share the same rating of a full-on 5 out of 5, and that's 10 out of 10 total. Simply put, life on this street has never been this fun. See you next time on the street. Peace! Thanks for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. Now catch you on the thrift side.